Hello, portfolio viewers. My name is Jordan Cody, and I will be happy to show you three or four, 324 of the mechanics that I had created for my small level that I had created for a side project. So, the first mechanic that I'm going to show you is the bomb pickup and spawnable bomb. That is for the enemies that are red around in the level. So, when you start, first you will see two items. This is for the portals that you can allows you to use them. And then this is the bomb that you can pick up and place. So when you place the bomb, it has a timer of 5 seconds. And then when enemies walk over them, let's put this up real quick. When
Is
enemies
this
walk
an
over,
alien artifact?
there you go. when enemies walk over them, as you can see, they get destroyed. And so now let's look at the code for that. Come over to the bomb. So here, when it starts, it does this custom event, which basically it just loops it up and down on a lerp between two different spots. It's to simulate an item that you can pick up. And then coming over here, this is for actually quote unquote picking up the item because I don't have an actual inventory system. All this does is checking if the thing overlapping with its collision is the player. And then if it is, it will set a variable called can spawn bomb in the player to true. And then when it does do this, it will turn everything, it will turn all parts of the bomb invisible, and it will set the collision for the overlap to a no collision, so you can't interact with it anymore. And then there also was a sound effect, but because of presentation purposes, I have disabled the sound effects for that. And now, going into the bomb itself, here we are. It's very simple, this bomb, first it asks, hey, is the actual thing overlapping with the sphere collision the enemy that I had built? And if so, it will go to the first person character. It will increment a variable called aliens killed that I have for data purposes, and then delete itself and the actual enemy that overlap with it. Now, speaking about enemies, let's go over to the enemy that I built. So let me get to the event graph. The event graph is very simple, but there are a couple things in here. So for the AI perception, first, whenever you are seen by the perception, it has a very wide range of sight. So when you are inevitably seen, it will first ask if it's seen by the player. And then if it is the player, it's going to say, okay, is it actually successfully sent to the player? And then if it is, it will start a timer. And the time for this timer was the Dutch seconds of when it actually got started. So when this is called, the event that it's calling for the world delta seconds is something I call movie, which basically is it's a simple move to. It gets the owner, gets the ad controller, and the player character, and it will just continue moving towards that forever, pretty much, until it is been destroyed. Now, so when the enemy overlaps with the player's, collision radius for hits, it will disable the movements for all of the enemies, which is just a simple get all actors and then a for each loop, and then it's grabbing the character movement of itself, and it's disabling the character movement for all the enemies, and then it's forcefully stopping all the movement for any enemies that could still be moving. Because if you're seen by multiple, it can stop the movement for one, but then keep going for the other ones. So this is to prevent that from ever happening in the first place. And then it will put the you lose widget that I created onto the screen. And then after 2 seconds, it will teleport the player to a spawn location that I had set up in the beginning, and then allow them to move again and allow them to actually do inputs for the game. And then it will remove the reference of the blueprint from the parent, so you won't see it no more. And then restart the movement for all the AIs that I have put up in the level. Now is the NPC. The NPC is something that I had created a while ago for another side project, and I felt like it would be a good implementation for this project. So I brought him over, and as you can see, there are a lot of functions. I don't really have time in this presentation to go through all of them, but I will go through the really important ones. So for begin play, it just gets the dialogue UI reference that I had put and sets that. Oh, and it also gets the objectives that I needed for as well, but it gets the UI and then sets that up for references to grab later. Show hide hint text. All this is whenever you walk up to the hint text, it will appear and put on the screen, and then also allow you to, well, it will disable your use of bombs, so you can't place bombs while you're trying to talk to the NPC. And then activating dialogue, this is for when you interact with it. There's a lot of functions, so it's really hard to explain in this short amount of time. But basically, it will put the UI on the screen, and you will only be allowed to touch the UI, and then it will also show your mouse cursor, so you can actually like click the dialogue boxes, and then also disable movement so you can't move in there as well. And then exit dialogue is very simple. Whenever you choose a dialogue result called exit dialogue, it will kick you out, and then it will run through the instructions that I put up. Basically, it will take the camera, it will do a view blend, which will smoothly take the camera back into where it was originally, and then hide the mouse. And there's a lot of stuff. I would wish I could explain this to you fully, but I unfortunately can't. So that was a quick rundown of all the mechanics in my level. As you can see, they're really simple, except the portals that I have built also, but I don't have time to show them off, and the NPC that I had built. I'm gonna try to get through here and show them off for you guys. But the mechanics that I have built were very simple, except these ones. So yeah, so this is the dialogue area. As you can see, I'm unable to move, and this is the UI mode that I was talking about. So when you click an option, it will shuffle through all the text that I had put down, and when you get to the end, it will say, hey, you completed the side quest and all that stuff. And then yeah, so I really hope you guys enjoyed this portfolio showcase. I wish my time limit wasn't too strict, but unfortunately that's what I have to work with in this industry. So I thank you guys, and I will see you guys in the next showcase that I do. Goodbye.